the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Hey guys, checking in pregame with the Miami head coach. He understands the SEC is a line of scrimmage league. That's why he is really trying to prove that the ACC can battle with them in the trenches. He said this will be a huge matchup to test his team, and he'll have to be very good on the play calls. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Longhorns ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Cotton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Running inside, it's Fletcher. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Buying some time as he moves left. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on fourth down, and rolling the dice pays off.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Oh, and you just feel kind of like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity. He had him open, and he just overshot it a little bit. Man, those sting.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. Oh, they're after him! Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Taking it the other way. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they turn it into a defensive score. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going. There he goes! And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Running game got it done on the last play. Now it's first down. Throwing, Mensah. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Hurricane. Quick strike touchdown. Comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football. So much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. From inside the 15, here comes the return. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
14, Miami, 7.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Mensah fires left. Makes a connection. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he's been making a big play, and that's something the defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive.
He lets one fly deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And the defense makes a big play, and you could see the quarterback. Once he bought time, started to roll to his left, the defense all reacts, comes to that side of the field, breaks on the football. He couldn't put enough mustard on it because he was running to his left. Defense takes advantage, forces the interception.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Right back to it. Follows a good block there, picks up 3s out to the 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Brought down at the 12-yard line. That's a first down and maybe the start of a long drive.
And I think that was step one for this offense. You didn't want to start backed up, but you did on this first drive. Nice job getting that first down, creating a little bit more space. Now I look to see if they get back on script, maybe get aggressive and see what this offense does today.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Arch is going to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. First guy never seems to get him as he finds his way out to the 19. it is Texas who holds the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on fourth down in their first drive. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Manning to throw. Stepping to the right. Fires downfield. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Fires on the move. Finds space on the right. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Arch Madness. Here comes the heat. And it's a sack. So Miami signals for a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. Throws toward the end zone. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Here's Mensah to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Fletcher. Turning it on. The 10. Touchdown, Miami. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward. But we're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling.
Hits him in stride at the 10. Touchdown, Texas. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Miami, 14.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Lyle. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Motion from the back. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. Throws to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown, Texas! The defense putting points on the board. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Just barely able to keep him from housing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hands. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Throwing, Mensah. Moves around to clear up the vision. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. He's got it inside the 15. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Well, this offense told us coming in, they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the 2nd quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Mensah lets it fly. Touchdown, Canes. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
Man, that's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Boy, they want to get this back right now, lining up for an onside kick.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the 2nd quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Got it in the middle. It's Wingo. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Here's Arts to throw. Pressure coming. On the move and looking. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
A really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You can tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Field goal is good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and I know you're down. I think it's always hard of when to pull the trigger, when to be aggressive. And listen, they decided it was time. It's the third quarter. Got to make something happen. Got to make a play. Unfortunately, it was just unsuccessful.
Manning finds his man. It's Smothers. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29. And the Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short. The run inside. It's Smothers. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Back to pass. It's Manning. On target.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
And the old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole as opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up, tossing that fast guy and get him on the perimeter.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And these plays are so hard to stop, man. You're giving your elite speed guys a chance to get to the edge in the most crowded part of the field. So it wasn't a home run, it wasn't a touchdown, but you like those little positive gains that makes the next down more manageable, and you like getting your playmakers in space.
The handoff as they run the counter play here. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
And he tacks on the extra point.
38, Miami, 21.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here's Mensah to throw. Rushes on him. Finds some time. He's knocked down short game. Maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Line getting set on second down. That's caught. It's Lofton. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. And the Canes headed quickly to the line.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Blasted as he lets it go. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
Fires it down the seam. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the punishment has been extended.
And it started with their offense.